What's up, everybody, and welcome to the big question of the week. And this week we are talking about brain food. Now, yesterday was a little bit of a hairy situation with me. Not going to get into too much detail. I got a little bit of aggravated, but that's fine. It's life, and that's what happens with life. Um, So the big question, there's three big questions that are surrounded. We're going to get on topic and talk about three basic big questions that are surrounding weight loss. Or, excuse me, my brain's so all over the place, which is surrounding brain food. The big question right now that surrounds brain food is quite simply, what is it? Right? What is brain food? Well, brain food Brain food is a bunch of different types of food that helps improve brain function. Stuff like leafy greens, fatty fish, berries, tea and coffee, walnuts. These are just basic five examples that actually help improve the function of your brain. So this is coming off of the website healthharvard.edu from the article linked Food Linked to Better Brain Power. Okay. Now, while I agree with everything that is on this website, um, I'm going to go into some of the details that go in with this because it's quite intensive and there's a lot of variables that can come into with this, and I'm going to address those variables when it comes to it as we're going along. So the first point that they talk about is green leafy vegetables, so stuff like kale, spinach, collard greens, broccoli. These things are rich in vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta carotene, and which is amazing for brain function and the way that you can actually assimilate, um, you know, the nutrients better, and it actually sends positive like stuff to your brain through your nervous system. Now, the problem with leafy greens is that if you get leafy greens that have come out of, let's say, a farm that's mass produced, the potency of these amazing nutrients diminish. So it's like I said on, I think it was Monday, what you want is you want to be able to get stuff that is either directly fresh from a farm, grow it yourself. I mean, kale, spinach, collards, broccoli. It's not hard to not grow in your backyard. You can also control what the nutrients are that are going into that food. So that's simple. The next point is fatty fish. Now, fatty fish, according to the article coming from Harvard University Health Department, fatty fish are abundant sources of omega 3 fatty acids, healthy unsaturated fats that have been linked to lower blood levels and beta amyloid, the protein that forms damaging clumps in the brain of people with Alzheimer's disease. They say to eat this twice a week, um, but to choose varieties that are low in mercury, such as salmon, cod, canned light tuna, and pollock. Okay, now canned tuna. That's where I draw the line. My suggestion would be get the fresh tuna. as fresh as possible, as fresh as humanly possible. I mean, unless you're going out, unless you're a fisherman and you get it yourself. The problem I have with canned tuna is that your risk of getting food poisoning increases. I know this from experience, and it's not from the tuna itself, it's from the actual can. If the can has any form of rust on the inside, it will penetrate into the fish, into the meat itself, and you get sick. And that's not a fun sickness. Salmon, cod, pollock. I don't know what pollock is, but I'm sure it's tasty. Salmon is amazing. I love salmon. Cod is really good. Any form of fish is good, and they're the thing that they say here when they talk about the mercury, that are low on mercury. All fish will have mercury in it, but like I said on Monday, if you introduce some ginger inside with the meal, so you have some ginger and you have fish, the ginger will neutralize the mercury. Not 100%, nothing in this world is ever 100%, but it is it's a good start. It's a good thing to do in order for you to eat the fish. Now, they recommend here eating fish twice a week. That's not necessarily a bad thing. However, I'm a big fan of variety. What I like to do is I like to go vegan twice a week and have fish once a week and eat whatever I would like the rest of the days, the rest of the 4 days. If you choose to do the 4 days a week, all right, that's the 2 days a week for the fish. That's bonus. It's bonus, to be honest with you. One more thing I'm going to throw in with the fatty fish is try not to buy anything that comes in a box or a can. Try to buy the fish itself, like tuna, for example, tuna, halibut. Halibut, you can buy the pre-breaded, deep fried halibut. It's tasty. It's very tasty, very, very, very nutritious. But it comes in a box. Halibut does not grow in nature in a box. Tuna does not grow in nature in a can. Try to buy the real thing, or at least as real as it gets. I mean, lobster is simple to get. And don't kid yourself. Do not kid yourself. Lobster is super healthy for you. Don't listen to that. It has high cholesterol because it's not. Your body knows exactly what to do with that cholesterol. It becomes dangerous when we start putting sour cream on top of it. It starts to become dangerous when we put loads of butter on top of it. It's tasty, but that's not what we're going after, right? I mean, we're going after health, and sometimes health has to taste bland. There are alternatives. I love using a mustard sauce that I like with types of fish like that, and I'll share with you guys one day what that mustard sauce is. Now, before I go any further, I do want to talk to you guys about the 12-week Fat Sizzler that's going to be starting at the beginning of next month, which is July 3rd. Now, the 12-week Fat Sizzler is a 12-week program that I have put together that helps put all of this into perspective for you. It's a do it for you workout. I don't want to say regimen, more like a more like a routine. Well, not even a routine. It's not even a routine. We introduce changes to your life to make them better, so you can feel better, so you can look better, so you can um, be a better version of yourself. And I literally hold your hand through every single second of it of the steps. There's 3 calls that we get on together during the program for for the 3 months, and we literally we work through whatever whatever might be ailing you, whatever might be, whatever you have issues with. So, uh, and it all starts with you. It doesn't start with me. The program's already set and it's already ready. All you have to do is just take the plunge. All you have to do is just go and do. And this is the link. It's a 1 hour coaching. It's a 1 hour call with me. Get on the call and we discuss what is ailing you and how we can help you become a better version of yourself and how you can get started, obviously. Now, back to the article that was the article from Health Harvard University, which I actually find actually quite very good. Actually, I'm actually quite shocked. The next point is berries, and berries are one of my all-time favorite snacks. And when you think of berries, you're probably thinking, oh, the frozen things in the bags. We'll get into that. But according to Harvard University, berries or flavonoids, the natural plant pigments that give berries their brilliant hues, also help improve memory, research shows. A study done by researchers at Harvard Brigham and Women's Hospital found that women who consumed 2 or more servings of strawberries and blueberries each week delayed memory decline by up to 2.5 years. And that's only twice a week. I eat berries on a daily basis. I love whenever I have access to them. I love berries. They're my favorite snack. So there's a couple things that I actually want to talk about with this point right here. One, berries are an amazing snack that that helps improve brain function. It's great. It also helps improve levels of testosterone. It helps increase levels of testosterone naturally, which is awesome. It's packed with amino acids, excuse me, with antioxidants. So it helps fight off cancer, helps fight off cancer. Put that in air quotes because people don't like me talking about that stuff. So I won't talk about that stuff. Hint, hint. Anyways, I mean, the other thing that I want to touch up on with berries is that, again, in bags, I understand why you would get them in bags. It's easily transportable. Um, just be careful about what kind of berries you eat at what point in the year. And try to understand that when you're eating stuff like berries, leafy greens, stuff like that, the more potent is going to be when they're naturally in season. When they're not naturally in season, they're not as potent. They're still effective. It's still a healthy snack. However, you don't really know what's inside of them. But when they're in season, you know exactly what's going on. Now, another thing that I want to talk about berries is that try to research the farm where they came from because they use a lot of pesticides to grow them quicker. And that's literally poison for us. And when we're eating stuff like that, it goes directly into our bloodstream, into our organs, goes straight to our brain. Heavy metal toxicity throughout the brain and the organs, not a fun thing. This is where the brain fog starts to come in, right? Because of all this poisoning that's going on inside of us. The next point, which is tea and coffee. This is one of my favorites. A lot of people, and this is according to, I'll quote this from the Harvard paper here. The caffeine in your morning cup of coffee or tea might offer more than just short-term concentration boost. In 2014, study published in the Journal of Nutrition, participants with higher caffeine consumptions scored better on tests of mental function. Caffeine might also help solidify new memories, according to other research. Investigators at Johns Hopkins University asked participants to study a series of images and then take either a placebo or a 200 milligram caffeine tablet. More members of the caffeine group were able to correctly identify the images on the following day. This is huge. But this is not news. I mean, we have already known that there's certain um, minerals and that are naturally forming in caffeine, and this also goes into tea as well, because tea does have caffeine in it, that it does help improve neurological health and growth. With that said, we do not want to be consuming too much. Remember, anything in excess is not a good thing. No matter what it is, no matter if it's fish, leafy greens, berries, coffee, or tea. Too much is not a good thing. Coffee and tea, drinks and foods that are high in caffeine can actually dehydrate you. There's another story, another study done by another university way back, I would say 2008, 2009. I can't remember the actual paper, but and which university it is, but I do remember the context of it. That 1 cup of coffee, eight ounces, dehydrates you by 1 liter of water in your brain. So if you want to get the best benefit, and I wouldn't consider myself a heavy coffee drinker, but I do drink coffee. I do drink 2 cups a day. With every cup of coffee that you drink, substitute it with 1 liter of water, just to put back the water that your body has been dehydrated, especially in your brain. I think in your brain it goes about 250 milliliters of water that gets sucked in because of the caffeine. So remember, stay hydrated. It's super important. So if you can stay hydrated and have 1 or 2 cups of Joe per day, oh, you're on fire. And we're getting to getting your brain on fire without the nasty side effects. Just in a second. The final point that they actually made here is walnuts. Let me quote the paper, and I'll talk to that point, because I do highly agree with what they're saying. Nuts are an excellent source of protein and healthy fats, and one type of nut in particular might also improve memory. In a 2015 study in UCLA, linked higher walnut consumption to improve cognitive test scores. Walnuts are high in a type of omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. Diets rich in ALA and other omega-3 fatty acids have been linked to lower blood pressure and cleaner arteries. That's good for both the heart and the brain. But it's also good for everything else too. Like your lungs can function better. There's one trick that I've been taught because I'm a visual learner, and the best way to identify anything for me is to see it. If I can see it, I can identify it. I can identify it quicker and easier. Look at the way the nut looks like. Walnuts look like a brain, so that should be good for my brain. Almonds look like a prostate, so it's good for your prostate. Yada yada yada. Leafy greens, broccoli looks like your lungs. It's technically good for your lungs. It really is good for your lungs because there's a specific enzyme in broccoli that actually helps improve your lungs. We'll get into that another time when we're talking about lungs, but today we're talking about the brain. So, omega-3 fatty acids, ALA, is also super, super, super beneficial when it comes to um, the neurological, the new neurological patterns that are being formed inside your brain. And it helps your brain function better. We don't really realize this, but our brain is more nerves than it is matter. There is matter to it, yes. However, it's not the matter that's important. It's the nervous system that's important because this is where it all happens for us, right? So omega-3 fatty acids, ALA in particular, actually helps improve that uh, the new forming of ganglia and all the scientific stuff that sometimes goes even over my head. So I know what you guys are probably thinking. This is great and all, but how do we know that we are getting all the best nutrients possible? Well, I've been recently introduced to an amazing system. And this system gets you healthy, makes you feel great, and if you want, it can actually make you some money. And it's with Isagenix. It's a fantastic company that has great products. Um, if you want to get started, this is the link. It is a starter pack to help you stimulate the weight loss. Now, why would I be doing this? Why am I pushing this? Because I've done this. I've tried this, and let's just say it's like unbelievable. Like the stuff I have two products of Isagenix right now that I'm taking in. One of them, my skin has never felt better, to be honest with you. This link itself will help you get started on your journey to weight loss. What you get is 4 shakes, Ionic Supreme, which Ionic Supreme is stress less botanicals and nutrients to help to support your health. Cleanse for Life, a nutritional support for your body's natural detoxing process. I have tried this before. It is really tasty. It's not what you think. It tastes really good. Amped Hydrate, electrolytes with 1 or few grams of sugar. And you're like buzzing after it and to be honest with you, with this hydrate, I have tried this hydrate before. I don't do pre-workouts. This is more of a pre-workout. I don't use pre-workout because of my heart. My heart can't take it. But when I did this hydrate, I was like just on fire. Like, and my heart was 100% amazing. The next thing you get are called snack bites, uh, where you can actually help satisfy your cravings. I actually use this on a time in, time out. Like whenever you get the nightly little nibbles that you want to just nibble on something, instead of grabbing like you know toast and peanut butter, for example, you just grab 2 of these, pop them in your mouth. You're good to go for the rest of the night. There's 2 more products that you get with this package. It's a natural accelerator. You get to turn up the heat on fat, boost metabolism to help you burn fat with cayenne, green tea, and cocoa seed, and it helps aid in digestion. And you get the IsaComfort, which helps you keep calm and stay regular. It's important to stay regular, especially when you're trying to lose weight. Super important. Cleansing herbs and minerals to aid in digestive regularity and overall health. Now, I throughout the entire thing, you have been seeing the link. This is an introductory package that you guys can get on right now to help start your weight loss journey. Um, so I don't see why you shouldn't. I mean, if you're looking to lose weight, this is all natural stuff. I mean, I wouldn't be pushing it if I didn't believe in it. And I'm telling you right now, like I've been doing this for 2 months and I am just loving this stuff. I'm actually going to be buying 2 more products today, right after this. I'll be talking about more of those later. But for now, this is a great way for you to get started. But not only that, it will help you pay yourself as well because there's a great compensation package that comes with it. So use the link below, help yourself get started, and that's it. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about, or tomorrow we're going to be talking about my little journey into clearing out brain fog. And it's going to be quite interesting because it was quite recent where I had this amazing little thing, aha moment, if you will. Anyways, I've taken up too much of your time. I do appreciate you guys watching. I do appreciate you guys following me. If you guys are finding these videos helpful, please share. Please, if you're watching on Facebook, please invite your friends to the Facebook to the tribe. It's not about me; it's about you. And if you know anybody who can help, who this can help, that's why I'm doing this. It's to reach out to them and to you as well. Like, I mean, this is about you as well. So, anyways, I'll post all the links below so you guys can have access to everything. And again, thank you for supporting me, and I will see you guys soon.